They said that, but when you went to examine the area, it was a bunch of shit that you look like you took out of a junkyard, sheet metal and all kinds of shit, and just dumped it in a hole. I just say, see, there you go. That's the thing I got in Sri Lanka. Nobody checked none of the facts. The only facts they saw was the fact that they were so shocked, so hurt, so twisted up, and this and that. But prior to all of that, is the point I'm trying to make now. Prior to all of that, when Bush was going around doing the campaigning to get this war shit going and nobody was paying him any mind, and probably saw he was a sick monkey, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was calling them, everybody that disagreed with him, unpatriotic. But now you're persecuting patriots.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's how most people feel. Most people do feel that way, and it's because of the weaponized government. It's the weaponized government, and that's why we're committed to working everything we can do to stop it. Thank you, Jerry.
Well, thank you, Marjorie. I want to thank you personally for the articles of impeachment for Matthew Graves. I want to thank you for that and your fearlessness. You have been a huge supporter to me and my family. I am the speaker for my family. Matt's father is not capable of getting in front of this committee or any cameras anywhere to talk about his son. We're devastated beyond belief that this happened, but more so because it happened at the hands of our own government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know I can't imagine actually. But we haven't done enough because people are still locked up. Their rights are still being abused. People like John face 3 years. Brandon can't get through an airport. I tell you what, you get more security than I get going through an airport, and that's backwards, completely backwards.
Can I add something?
Sure, of course.
When Brandon was talking about his experiences at the airport, I want you to know that it is not just the January Sixers. Matt's father faces absolutely the worst searches at the airport. Matt's girlfriend also. Matt's aunt on his other side of his family. These are people that never, ever faced issues with TSA. And now, every time they travel, they are held up by TSA. My brother's hands are swabbed. He is searched to the point of being embarrassed.
Were they there were they in Washington D.C. on January 6th?
No, they were not, which is the craziest part.
Do they think their names are in the system?
Yes,
are they flagged?
Do.
Is this every time they travel through the airport?
My brother was just in the Cleveland airport, the Cleveland airport, and the Denver airport 2 weeks ago, and I asked him if it occurred again. He said, "Unbelievable." He said, "I was humiliated."
What happens? So they go through TSA. Their hands are swabbed. Can you describe some
they
of the things?
They are searched to the point where it's an invasion of privacy, honestly. And my brother, like I said, he walks with a cane. He has Parkinson's disease. And this happens to him every time he goes through an airport. I want him to come down to Florida, and he said,
Yeah, because the FBI and the CIA is now monitoring people. For the Biden administration and the demon Democrats and the Chinese, probably, who's all involved in our government. I don't give a flying fuck what the Chinese think. You know what I'm saying? My uncles died on battlefields. Fucking your asses. Rather than keep the motherfucking peace on both sides, even America, fuck ass, and the bullshit that they were doing at the time. Not the America that this should be. That's not who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Your demon democratic lands. So now they're following their family and harassing the family, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the mind of even certain gangs. You know, we're going to kill him, and we're going to kill the mother, we're going to kill the father, we're going to kill the brother, and you're just a serial killer altogether. You might as well just face that fact. I don't know about no rap music or no shooter. And even a shooter shouldn't be in rap music. You know what I'm saying? Because that's serial killing. So many of you guys who's running with this hip-hop shit and this gang shit for years and years and years and years and years that turned it into a murder capital within every black person consciousness, neighborhood, all that, to switch it around to being a murderer and a serial killer, and I'll kill anybody that comes along, so I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? is full of garbage. That is not what you're doing. You turned it on your own fucking people, like the General Sarah Sultan said he said, rather than go up against the real enemy who have your ass in that fucking jam. So, who taught you to turn the tide in on your own people is the question that I ask.
I honestly don't want to fly anymore.
Can I ask?
Well,
Does anyone else have family members or know that this happens to their family members that were not? John, that happens to your family members and they were not in Washington D.C. Sarah, you don't know that? Okay, Brandon, family members,
And
friends that were not in Washington D.C.
Nowhere near Washington, D.C. People I've traveled with 10 years ago. This is happening to them too.
I'll yield back. Sorry. I can talk to everybody all day long. Matt's giving me a hard time.
Woo, boy, that's a thing. You know what I'm talking about? Now they're harassing the people who wasn't even there to make sure that they don't get involved. I'm down to make sure that they don't even get involved. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. And it's very sad to see that you would attack patriots this way. So this is Point Black saying today was a little YouTube day, a little fact checking day on basically them saying it from their own lips. So I'm going to say farewell for now, but we'll be back and we'll do another YouTube time or day and bring the facts to crackbacks. You know what I'm saying? So I say farewell. One, we will meet again.